Let me tell y'all something, right? When a girl and a guy are together and you want a, right? You want it and everything. So you start doing little petty shit so his girlfriend could see it. Like doing subliminals, throwing subliminals, like giving little hints that I don't know what you think I got going on. Y'all think y'all doing something. Y'all think that it's like, I don't know if y'all be thinking like, it's like, oh, that's gonna make the girlfriend leave him. And I be thinking like, and it's like, do y'all really want that? Y'all don't really want that because I'm gonna tell y'all what usually happens, right? If two people are dating and you do petty so the bitch could be like, you know what? You with that bitch? I'm out. You know what? You know what ends up happening? He ends up hating you. If you think they're gonna go to you, that's not how it goes. It goes like this. They walk away and never look back and the niggas be hurt. And guess what? You probably think you're gonna get the last laugh and you're gonna get the last cry. You wanna know why you're gonna end up getting the last cry? Because they're gonna end up hating you. Every single night when he goes to sleep and ends up realizing that he lost his, I'm like, damn, I lost my for this messy whack ass. And you think you're gonna end up with the nigga, but the nigga gonna end up hating you. No communication with you. No dick for you. No trick or treat for you. No nothing for you. Y'all think that y'all be ending up with the last laugh when I decides to leave a nigga and you gonna be ending up with the last cry, with the last tears on the floor.
Baby, let me start right here. Because Cardi didn't just wake up one morning and decide to give this speech out the blue. This wasn't random. This wasn't accidental. This was not some let me hop on live and ramble. Nah. This was a woman who has been watching something play out for months. A woman who has been trying to keep it cute, trying to act unbothered. But every now and then the pressure cooker inside of you starts whistling, and today was the day Cardi said, let me address these delusional, messy, petty, bottom-of-the-barrel attention seekers trying to play with my relationship. Because when a woman speaks with that type of conviction, that type of clarity, oh, she's talking to somebody specific. And I don't care what anybody says. The street's been whispering that Cardi is pointing this directly at the little heifer trying to get cute behind Stefon Diggs. Girl, when Cardi said, let me tell y'all something, I felt that. That's that warning tone women use when they've been holding back, but they can't hold back no more. She's talking from experience, from pain, from watching people do stupid shit and then act confused when their lives crumble. And she's talking from the reality that every woman knows. Side chicks always think they're running game until the consequences slap them across the forehead. And what made this rant hit so deep is Cardi didn't have to name nobody. Because we already know the type. That girl who thinks she's doing something by posting subliminals, liking certain tweets, dropping cryptic songs, throwing little clues, hoping the girlfriend sees it, hoping the media picks it up, hoping to get the reaction she fantasized about. The type who thinks, if I hint enough, maybe I'll break them up. But what Cardi said is the part these girls never think about. Even if you do break them up, you not winning. That man is not choosing you. He's not elevating you. He's not upgrading you. He's not proud of you. He's not bringing you home. He's not posting you. He's not claiming you. He's not marrying you. He's not even giving you the bare minimum after the dust settles. And let's really unpack that, because this is the part that deserves its own breakdown. Cardi was speaking on a universal truth. Men do not respect the woman who helped ruin their relationship. The guilt alone turns into resentment. The resentment turns into distance. And then one day, he looks at you and realizes, God damn, I lost my woman for this? And that moment right there is where every side chick's delusion collapses. Because she thought breaking up a happy home would get her the man, but all it ever gets her is regret. She thought she was the upgrade, the main character, the replacement. But the man looks at her and sees a walking reminder of the biggest mistake he ever made. Cardi said it the way only a Bronx girl could say it. You think he gonna go to you? That's not how this goes. And Mama was right. Because when a real woman walks away, when a real girlfriend, a real partner, a real woman who's been there through storms says, I'm done, that door slams shut forever. She goes on with her life, her career, her peace. She upgrades without you. She blossoms without you. She don't look back. And you sit there stuck with a man who hates you, blames you, and avoids you because every time he looks at your face, he sees his downfall. Now let's slide into the Stefon Diggs angle, because baby, we not stupid. Cardi's tone wasn't about Offset this time. No, this was the tone of a woman who's speaking from observation, not confession. People been watching the same things. We've seen the same energy. Little side storylines, little shady behavior from a certain direction. And Cardi, being Cardi, caught on and said, let me educate these girls real quick before they embarrass themselves even further. Because here's the truth. Anytime a woman does subliminals toward a taken man, she's trying to start a war she's not built to win. She's trying to trigger the girlfriend into reacting so she can feel chosen. But Cardi broke down what really happens. The girlfriend leaves, the man panics, then the petty chick stands there confused because the man she thought she was securing starts ghosting her. That's when the delusion cracks. That's when the side chick fantasy burns down. That's when she realizes she wasn't competing with the girlfriend. She was competing with the guilt inside that man's chest. And here's the part Cardi didn't say out loud, but every grown woman knows. Dudes like Stefon Diggs, these men are used to attention. They get women thrown at them. They get DMs all day. But that doesn't mean they like, respect, or value the women doing the throwing. Men in that world have two sides, the public image they protect and the private loyalty they hold on to. And when somebody tries to interfere with that loyalty, oh baby, that resentment grows quick. And the messiest part, the girl doing all the petty subliminals always thinks she's being slick. She thinks she's smarter than the girlfriend. She thinks she's catching the man's eye. But in reality, the only person she's making look foolish is herself. Because if you got to do all that hinting and sneaking and poking and nudging just to be acknowledged, you already know you're not the one. If a man wants you, baby, he gonna claim you proudly. He's not gonna have you sending secret messages like a pigeon in the 1700s. He gonna stand on you. When you gotta throw hints and act like Carmen Sandiego, you're not the prize. You're the clown act. Cardi calling that out was needed. She spoke from a place of, stop embarrassing yourselves. But she also spoke from a place of wisdom, because she knows what happens when the real woman leaves and the man realizes his whole foundation fell apart. And she knows that the messy chick who caused the chaos never gets what she wanted. Not the love, not the glory, not the relationship, not the man. She gets blocked, ignored, and blamed. Now let me take it deeper, because this is where the 45-minute breakdown hits. Cardi wasn't just addressing petty behavior. She was addressing a crisis of self-worth among these new age, cloud-chasing side chicks. Girls who would rather be a rumor than be respected. Girls who want the proximity of a man but not the responsibility of being chosen. Girls who want the girlfriend's position without doing the girlfriend's work. Girls who think attention equals affection. Girls who confuse screenshots with commitment. Girls who believe being messy is power, when really it's insecurity dressed up as entertainment. And this generation, baby, I'm sorry, but a lot of these girls are not equipped for reality. They grew up watching toxic couples online and thinking being the other woman means they're winning. They don't realize the emotional warfare that comes after the thrill. Cardi spoke to that pain. She spoke to that stupidity. She spoke like a woman saying, I've seen this movie 1,000 times and it always ends with the side chick crying into her own pillow, alone, blocked, embarrassed, and heartbroken over a man who never even bought her a real meal. And don't get me started on the spiritual angle, because let's be honest, every time you interfere in somebody's relationship with malicious intent, every time you try to break up a home, every time you try to destabilize somebody's peace, you don't just get karma, you get isolation, you get ignored. You get punished in ways that cut deeper than attention ever healed. Cardi's message was simple. You will never win competing with a woman who was chosen, because chosen means respect. Chosen means loyalty. Chosen means connection. And Cardi knows what a chosen woman looks like, because she built her identity on not letting outsiders disrupt her household. So when she said, you're going to end up with no communication, no dick, no trick or treat, no nothing, that wasn't just vulgar. That was prophecy. That was truth. That was Cardi letting these girls know they are fighting a war they cannot win. Because even if they think they're winning, the moment the girlfriend leaves, the man mentally checks out. And by the time she realizes it, it's too late. He's gone. The girlfriend's gone. The stability's gone. And she's stuck looking at herself in the mirror, wondering why she traded dignity for attention. Now let me close this out the way Cardi's spirit intended. The girls doing subliminals, the girls trying to get chosen by stirring the pot, the girls thinking they can bait a man away from his woman. Baby, they don't understand cause and effect. They don't understand men. And they definitely don't understand the difference between being desired privately and being valued publicly. Because a man can lust after you and still never want you. He can flirt with you and still never leave her. He can entertain you and still never choose you. And when the girlfriend leaves, he don't run to you. He runs into regret. And Cardi wanted them to understand that, loud and clear. So if that message was for Stefon Diggs' situation or whoever else thinks they're being slick, they heard her. They felt her. And deep down, they know she's right. Because you never get the last laugh playing dirty. The girlfriend leaves, the man grieves, and the side chick cries alone.